from the very beginning, she was able to cover cost. And after there 3 or 4 years, she told my dad, quit your job, because now we're making enough money so
What
you
was
don't
he
have
doing?
to. He was working for bandy camps.
Okay, so that's true. So
Yeah.
he was working for bandy camps.
So my mom said, let her go and come to work with me.
Did he pick up any tips there or any
No,
kind
because
of?
that was a factory. And all he did was load up trays and put them in a rack.
Yeah. Yes, there wasn't a lot of learning to be done.
No.
Now,
But what was funny
yeah.
funny story was that she told me much later on in life that my father set up all kinds of job interviews for her at bandy camps
Yeah.
because she knew how to decorate. And she said she did everything in her power to fail the interviews because she didn't want to work for anybody else. She comes from a family of women that were self-employed. Her mother had a business and her aunts did too.
Yeah.
So she's self-employed in Cuba. She comes here and does it again. So she did not want to work for anybody else. My father wanted her to get a job so we could have insurance. So she failed interviews after interviews, and she told him, you see, nobody wants it. Me. And she didn't tell him.
That she
And so
would take him on
she just
purpose,
continued doing her thing, and he finally realized that she had something going. So then he gave up and joined her.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. Okay, so this one's doing great. It's the only location. How did you guys decide to expand? What was the move where you're like, okay, we really need more
Well,
locations?
the biggest complaint we were getting were the lines and
Even
the
back
parking
then,
and the
huh?
wait. Same as now, lines, waiting, parking. So then Burbank was a baby step
Yeah.
to alleviate the problem. Now, usually when you open a new store like Northridge, they calculate that they're gonna lose, Burbank's gonna lose 15%
Right.
of their
Because
sales.
people don't need to drive.
So we wanted to do that in purpose to get this store a break. And then after that happened, a couple of years, we gained everybody, a bunch of new people that would not come in because of the lines and the wait. So we know that Burbank is gonna get a big break. Once that other store is organized,
Yeah.
you'll be able to go in and it'll be more of a luxury experience, less crowds, less lines, because that has been done on purpose.
Yeah.
Northridge is meant to keep the valley and Santa Clarita out there. Same as we did with Burbank. We knew people coming from Burbank and the valley, let's keep them away from Glendale. And same thing we did with Downey, let's keep them away from Glendale.
So how come you haven't expanded faster? Because
Because at the beginning we didn't. So we opened, the first store 2005 was in Burbank.
That was 2005.
Yep.
Was this?
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
So that was their learning curve.
Yeah.
You have to learn how to go from a mom and pop
Hold on, but it took you guys 20 plus years to even figure.
from 1976
almost there.
to 2005.
Was there discussion? How long
Because
was?
we were little kids, we had not graduated. Things started moving the moment we all got our degrees,
Wow.
and we joined the family business full time.
Wow.
And then my brother was a business major, and he was like my mother, all about business. And so then we started taking classes and talked to mentors, and decided that we wanted to duplicate this. So we needed help. We needed to break down the bakery into areas, and then once you divide
Yeah.
to conquer, each area has managers, supervisors, leads. You can duplicate. Front of the house is one bakery, one area. Back is another area, and they're all divided. So we did it in Burbank. Now we needed to delegate ownership
Yeah.
to managers,
Yeah.
and that is the hardest thing you do
Of course.
when you're a mom and pop.
Yeah.
Your mom and pop, you had
Somebody
your-
outside the
Your
family
hands,
too.
exactly. Once that happened, 2005, then I think Downey was 2010.
Because Ariana turned 21 the night of the grand opening.
For which one?
Downing.
So once we got down, the problem then becomes finding a spot
Yeah.
that meets their blueprint. So when we bought Downey, it took us almost 5 years. But then we got West Covina and Buena Park at the same time.
Okay.
The two lands, we bought them.
And at no point you're not at that point. You're not like we're
No,
expanding too fast.
we're just gonna get the land.
Okay.
And then 2 years after West Covina, Buena Park opened, 2 years.
Yeah.
And then this one took longer, 2 years to deal with Sears Auto Shop, Auto Club, to be able, we have a lease there now,
Right. Right.
like a 50-year, 40-year lease.
Wow.
Options to buy, but we own Downey, Buena Park, and we own Glendale. Downey. We were looking into Torrance. We're not able to find a place. So the biggest challenge now, for a while, it's not us. It's finding locations with enough parking, close to freeway access.
Yeah.
Like I said, my
To
brother
check
wanted
all the boxes,
Culver
yeah.
City, Torrance. We
Culver
haven't been
City,
able.
Wow, that one
We would not
nice.
be able to find. We
Yeah.
haven't been able to find a place.
Or the South. Well, I guess South Bay Torrance right there, West Side.
Yeah.
Oof, wow. But
But
so
you can't
got,
go to Santa Monica. So they're too expensive.
Oh
I
yeah,
gotta find a place.
Venice. But no, but okay. So how at this point, how aggressively do you want to expand?
Well, he wants to keep going. There's something already that he's working on
Yeah.
that I'm not allowed to talk about. But there's a bunch of things coming our way. So
Is-
he's not standing still. There's other people running the bakery, so his job is to
I'll
go
put this